Today, the whole world is struggling with one problem: hair fall. But it's not just the falling of hair, it is the falling of a person's self-confidence. Every day, millions of people scroll on YouTube. Someone says, apply this oil. Someone says, take this medicine. Someone says, change your diet. And maybe you too have tried all of it. Sometimes rubbing onion on your head, sometimes lemon, sometimes expensive shampoos, sometimes magical herbs. And every time there was one hope: maybe now my hair will stop falling. But what happened in reality? The hair started falling even more. Slowly, a fear started settling inside. In the morning, seeing fallen hair on the pillow makes your heartbeat race. Whenever you look into the mirror, your eyes get stuck on your forehead and the thinning hair. And then begins the cycle of fear, worry, and stress. And this very stress makes your problem even worse. Now let me tell you a truth. If you are thinking that this video will be like those millions of other videos, then stop right now. This video is different. Here, I will not just tell you about some oil, nor some medicine. Here, I will tell you something that perhaps no one has told you yet. This knowledge is not external, it is internal. This solution is not only about the body, it is connected to the soul. Today, I will reveal to you the secret that Paramhansa Yogananda taught, that the solution to every problem in life lies hidden in our consciousness. Hair fall is not just a physical problem, it is a sign of imbalance in the mind and life energy, prana. When your mind gets trapped in fear, worry, and insecurity, then your prana, the very energy that sustains the body, begins to weaken. And when the energy weakens, your hair, your skin, and your entire body begin to suffer its consequences. But remember this, I am not going to give you any false reassurance. If you take this video lightly, like all the others, and skip it midway, then I tell you honestly, there is no hope for you, because a person who does not have patience fails in every area of life. But if you listen to this entire journey with patience and faith, then I guarantee you, within you, that power will awaken, through which the roots of your hair will become strong again. This video will not be short, because when the disease is rooted deep inside, the treatment too has to be done from the roots. If you want only superficial remedies, then YouTube already has millions of videos about oils, medicines, shampoos, diets. But if you truly want to reach the root, then watch this video with patience, without skipping. So now, take a deep breath, calm your mind, and tell yourself, I am patient, I am ready to receive this wisdom. Because what you are about to hear ahead will not only change your hair, it can change your entire life. You think that this problem of yours may look small to the world, but for you, it has become everything. The moment you wake up in the morning and see fallen hair on your pillow, your entire day feels heavy. After bathing, when you see dozens of tangled strands stuck in the comb, a fear deepens inside. Why is this not stopping? What should I do? Then you stand in front of the mirror. Unlike before, your eyes no longer go to your face first. They go straight to your head, to your forehead, to the roots of your hair. You ask yourself, are my hairs really thinning? Do other people see this too? And yes, that's the real pain. More painful than the hair loss itself is the thought, what will people say? When you sit among friends, your heart fears that someone might notice. In office meetings, you feel as if everyone's eyes are stuck on your head. And if someone, even as a joke, makes a comment, your heart feels shattered into pieces. Slowly, you start meeting people less. You avoid standing in crowds. It becomes difficult to look strangers in the eye. While talking, instead of looking into the other person's eyes, you start looking down. Inside, a constant voice runs, did they notice my hair? Are they thinking about it? This fear begins to isolate you. Outwardly, you smile, but inside, a deep sadness keeps building. With the falling of hair, your self-confidence also falls. And this doesn't stay limited to the head, it starts affecting your entire life, your work, your relationships, everything. Sometimes you ask yourself, why me? Why is this happening to me? And then you start searching on Google, YouTube, here and there for new remedies. Every new remedy brings a flicker of hope, but when the results don't show, the disappointment only grows. And this disappointment tires your mind even more. My dear, I am saying all this because I know you are not alone. This pain is not just yours. Thousands of people are caught in the same struggle, and the greatest suffering is not from hair fall itself, but from the fear. How will the world see me? But today, I want you to know, your pain is being seen. It is being understood. Every feeling of yours, every fear, every feeling of yours, every fear, none of it is meaningless. You must feel that someone truly understands you, and this is the very first step. Until your pain is genuinely understood, no solution has any meaning. Today, I want to walk with you on that journey, where your pain can come out in words, where you can feel that your emotions are being heard, because only when the heart becomes lighter do new paths open. Have you ever noticed what your thoughts have been circling around lately? When you wake up in the morning, the first thing your hand goes to is your head. How many hairs must have fallen today? When you bathe, you find yourself counting the strands stuck in the drain. When you pick up a comb, your fingers move cautiously. What if more hair breaks? And when you stand in front of the mirror, your eyes go straight to your forehead and scalp before even looking at your face. Yes, this is true. Whether you wake up, sit, eat, play, or study, your mind keeps thinking only about your hair. When you go outside, every person walking on the road feels like a mirror. His hair is thick, why not mine? If a friend at the office even jokes, "Hey man, get a haircut," that one line pierces your heart. And slowly, this thought just won't leave you alone. You're eating, but your mind whispers, "Is this diet right or wrong? What if I lose more hair?" You're studying, but your focus is more on your hair than on the book. You're laughing with friends, but deep inside you keep wondering, what if one of them is noticing my hair? This constant thinking has become the biggest burden of your life, because the thought that is repeated again and again settles deep into your subconscious mind. And when an idea takes root in the subconscious, your body begins to accept it as the truth. Today you might feel, "I'm just worried, I'm just thinking." But understand this, every time you fear, every time you think, "My hair is falling, my condition is getting worse," those words don't just vanish into the air. They affect your inner energy, your life force, prana. Gradually this thought covers your entire consciousness, and when the subconscious accepts it as truth, the body starts to live that truth. This is why sometimes hair fall is caused less by physical reasons and more by mental burden and negative beliefs. Think about it. If 100 times a day you keep repeating to your mind, "My hair is falling, my condition is worsening," then what else will your mind and body respond with? Your body will begin to carry out that command. Dear soul, you must understand that this constant thinking is slowly consuming you. It is not only taking away your hair, it is stealing your confidence, your peace, and your energy. Sometimes you're afraid to go out, sometimes you avoid looking at the mirror, sometimes you try to hide your head in crowds with a cap or a hairstyle. But the real problem is not on your head. The real problem is the grip of that thought which has imprisoned you. This prison is very dangerous, because when the mind is fixated on one thing all the time, the other joys and opportunities of life fade away. Your relationships, your work, your studies, your laughter, all of it gets buried under the weight of this one thought. You think it's just a habit, but in reality, it is shaping your life. Your subconscious mind is now running on what you keep repeating, and once the subconscious holds on to something, a person becomes a slave of his own fear. My dear, today I only want to make you realize, this condition is not yours alone. Thousands and millions of people are trapped in the same prison. They keep thinking about their hair all the time and don't realize that this very thought is deepening their problem and their suffering. So for today, just accept this much. Your pain is real, your worry is real, and your condition is understood. You are not alone. And most importantly, this is not permanent. Dear soul, have you ever noticed, the more you fear about your hair, the more the world seems to hurt you in that exact place. The more you keep thinking to yourself, what if someone comments on my hair? What if someone notices my changing appearance? The more often it is exactly that fear which comes true. Think about it. How many times has this happened? You're sitting among friends, your heart trembling inside. I wonder if anyone is noticing or not. And suddenly, someone laughs and says, "Hey, man, your hair is really falling out." You're at the office quietly working, while inside you're praying, "God, please let no one mention my hair." And just then, a colleague remarks, "What's up? Your hair looks thinner than before." You feel this is just coincidence, but it is not coincidence. It is the law of energy. Every thought you have creates a vibration, a frequency. When your mind keeps repeating the same fear, the same worry, that vibration grows stronger and deeper. And this vibration does not remain limited within you, it spreads outward. That is why, when your mind constantly thinks, "I hope no one comments on my hair," that energy reaches the person in front of you. The other person, unknowingly, connects with that vibration. And the result? The very words you feared most slip out of their mouth. This is an unseen law of life. The fear we nurture most deeply within is the same fear that returns to us from the outside, because the energy of fear is very heavy. And when that energy moves into a relationship or a situation, the other person, without realizing, gets influenced by the vibration and speaks the very thing you dreaded. Now think, what happens to your mind when this occurs? You are already worried inside, and now the other person's words make that worry grow even bigger. You replay the moment again and again and again in your mind. You keep thinking, "Why did he say that? Everyone must be watching me." Your breath grows heavy, your heart begins to break. You feel as if people are only and only looking at your hair. Slowly, this becomes a vicious cycle. First you think, then the other person speaks, then you think even more deeply. And the more you think, the more your energy attracts the next situation. In this way, your fear keeps returning in front of you, proving again and again, yes, your condition really is bad. But the truth is, this is only the play of fear and vibration. Dear soul, I know how heavy this all feels, because when someone comments from outside, the wound is not only from the words, the wound strikes your self-respect. It reminds you that the fear you carried inside has now become real. You think, how will I face people now? How will I express myself? What if everyone starts noticing only this? And so your mind sinks even deeper. Sometimes you even avoid going outside. You fear being in crowds. You even begin distancing yourself from close friends and family, because you feel, everyone will see my weakness. Everyone will judge me. But remember, this all began from that one fear you kept repeating in your mind. That fear became a vibration. The vibration touched the other person. The other person spoke it out. And those very words became poison for you. This is the power of thought, the game of energy, which we usually remain unaware of. We think our problems are only on our head, but in reality, they live in our thoughts and vibrations. And until we understand this game, we keep circling in the same cycle. Thought, fear, comment, and more thought. Dear one, today, I only want to tell you this. Your pain is real. Your experience is deep, and the most important thing is for you to realize you are not alone. There are thousands, even millions of people caught in the same web of vibration. Their condition is the same, energy born of fear, words born of that energy, and wounds born from those words. Dear soul, place your hand on your heart and think, when you feel deep sorrow about your hair, when you look into the mirror and break down inside, what do you do in that moment? Some people cry. Some people suffocate silently within, but some, to escape that pain, run towards small temporary pleasures. Some turn to alcohol or cigarettes. Some lose themselves in other kinds of intoxication. Some distract themselves for a moment by watching obscene videos. Some keep scrolling endlessly on their phones late into the night, just to avoid the pain that is cutting into their heart. But the question is, are these true joys? No. They are only moments of forgetting, moments of running away. When you do these things, for a little while, you may feel lighter. It feels as though the heavy blanket of sorrow has been lifted for a short time. You feel, yes, I am normal again. But my dear, as soon as that moment passes, the truth stands in front of you once more. The mirror again shows you the same pain. The memories again refresh the same wounds. And now a new burden also appears, the burden of regret. You think, what have I done? Why did I do this? Why am I so weak that I ran to these paths just to escape my own pain? And thus begins another cycle. First sorrow, then escape, then regret, and then the same sorrow deepening further. This cycle repeats again and again, and each time you sink deeper. Now understand this more deeply. The sorrow inside you doesn't just affect your mind, it touches your energy. Within every human being, there is a life force energy. It is this energy that keeps your breath flowing, that holds your heartbeat steady. When the mind is sorrowful, this energy slowly becomes imbalanced. Think about it. When you are very sad, your breathing becomes heavy. When you burn in regret, you feel weight pressing on your chest. When after short-term pleasure, you blame yourself, your body feels filled with exhaustion. This is not just the body's reaction. This is the flow of energy becoming blocked. From a spiritual perspective, within you are 7 main chakras, centers of energy. When you repeatedly sink into sorrow and regret, these chakras become disturbed. Especially the Manipura chakra, the center of self-esteem and strength, and the Swadhisthana chakra, the center of joy and creative energy. Sorrow and negative habits tangle the energy of these chakras. And what happens when this tangle appears? Your self-confidence begins to fall. Your life energy begins to scatter, and you feel that no matter what you do, you cannot hold yourself together. This is not just a mental game. It is an effect that shakes your entire being. Think, when you turn to drugs, alcohol, or obscene videos, what does your soul feel? The soul is pure. The soul is light. But over that light, you place your own fog. You yourself pull your energy down. And when that fog, you yourself pull your energy down, clears, the soul cries out even louder. It says, "This was not me. This was not my true identity. I was something greater. Why did I make myself so small?" That is why the regret after such actions is even deeper than the original sorrow. Because now the sorrow is not only about your hair, now it is also about betraying your own soul. Dear soul, you may not realize it, but when you keep falling into this cycle again and again, your body also slowly bears its impact. Your life energy becomes unbalanced. Your mind becomes heavy. And slowly, this imbalance drains you, weakens you. You think you are only sad, but in reality, this sorrow is eating away at your entire energy. It is as if something is sucking your strength from within, as if something is slowly cutting your roots, and you cannot even see it, because all of this is happening inside on the level of energy. Now think, whenever you fall into this cycle, you are not only harming yourself, you are also affecting the environment around you. Your heavy energy, your restlessness, your burden, these all spread outward as vibrations, and those vibrations reach the people close to you. That is why sometimes you feel people are distancing themselves from you, or that they do not understand you. But in truth, it is not their fault. It is the weight of your energy pressing onto them. Dear soul, today I am not giving you a solution. Today I am only holding up a mirror, so that you can see how deep your sorrow is and how it keeps leading you onto wrong paths, making itself grow even larger. It is very important to understand. This is not just sorrow about hair. This is the journey of your soul. This is the struggle of your energy. This is the inner cry that says, "I want true joy. I want true peace." But until this cry is truly heard, a person keeps running towards short-term pleasures, and every time he runs, he falls deeper. So, dear soul, just understand this today. Your sorrow is not limited to the mirror. That sorrow has spread into your very energy. And until this cycle is broken, you will keep making the same mistakes, keep regretting again and again, and keep sinking deeper and deeper. This is the truth of this journey. And this is the very place from where a new beginning is possible. My beloved ones, do you know what is the most silent and dangerous trap of the human mind? It is the loop. A loop so subtle that you do not even realize when you entered it, and so powerful that you begin to feel there is no way out. Today, you are caught in such a loop, the loop of stress, depression, anxiety, fear, hair fall, and again more hair fall. In the beginning, it may appear as a small worry, a few strands of hair on your pillow, a little more in the shower drain, a comb that carries your fear more than your hair. You tell yourself, it is nothing, it happens. But slowly, the thought grows louder. It repeats itself inside your head like an echo in a dark cave. And then, you step into the loop. You see the mirror, and instead of your face, your eyes search only for the loss. You look for proof of your fear. And because your mind is already chained to fear, the mirror shows you exactly what you dread. You start the day with worry, and that worry becomes the food of your body, your breath, your very energy. Then comes stress. Stress is nothing but the mind's refusal to be still. It is like a monkey who refuses to sit, who keeps jumping from one branch to another. Your thoughts jump from what if I lose more hair, to what will people say, to will I ever look good again? And each jump breaks your inner peace a little more. From stress grows depression. Depression is not darkness. It is the absence of light. When you let fear and worry steal the light of hope, depression silently enters like a thief in the night. You no longer feel joy in the little things. The smile of a friend, the warmth of the sun, the laughter of life, all feel distant. Inside, you keep thinking of your hair, your loss, your image, until even your soul begins to feel small. And then, my child, depression opens the door to anxiety. Anxiety is the trembling of the soul when it cannot trust life. You begin to think of tomorrow even before today has ended. What if tomorrow I lose more? What if tomorrow everyone notices? This fear tightens your chest, shakes your hands, and weakens your spirit. But do you see the loop now? Fear makes you anxious. Anxiety makes you stressed. Stress makes you depressed. Depression again feeds fear. And all the while your body is listening. It is not separate from your mind. It is like a faithful servant obeying every command. When you say, I am afraid, the body tenses. When you say, I am losing, the body prepares to lose. And so even your hair begins to follow the rhythm of your fearful thoughts. Then you notice more hair fall. What happens? Your fear multiplies. You enter the loop again. Stress, depression, anxiety, fear, more hair fall, and again stress. This circle spins like a wheel, faster and faster, until you feel you are being crushed beneath it. And there comes a day when you say to yourself, there is no way out. This is my fate. That thought is the most dangerous of all, for it is not true, but the loop makes it appear real. The mind whispers, you are trapped forever, and you begin to believe it. My dear ones, I have seen many souls in this prison of thought. They smile outside but cry inside. They laugh with friends but feel broken within. They live in fear of mirrors, in fear of comments, in fear of being seen. And every time they notice even one more strand of hair, the loop tightens around them like a chain. It is not the hair alone that is falling, it is their peace, their freedom, their courage, and slowly, their joy for life. This is the silent suffering no one else can measure, but you know it well. For when you lie awake at night, staring at the ceiling, it is not just hair you are thinking of. It is your worth, your image, your future, your very self. And so, the loop grows darker. Stress becomes heavier. Depression feels deeper. Anxiety grows sharper. Fear feels endless, and hair fall continues. The wheel of suffering spins, and you feel you are lost inside it. Yes, this loop is real. Yes, it is powerful. But remember, my beloved ones, though it feels unbreakable, it is made not of iron but of thoughts. And thoughts, however strong, can be transformed. But that is what we shall understand later. For now, I want you only to see clearly the loop you are caught in, the loop of stress, depression, anxiety, fear, and hair fall. See it without running away. Feel it deeply, for only then will you be ready to step beyond it. My beloved soul, you may feel that hair fall is only a physical problem, but the truth is, it is not just the body, it is also a message from your mind and soul. When your thoughts constantly run towards fear and worry, when your mind repeatedly bends towards stress, its effect appears in your body too. And the deepest impact of all shows up on your hair. But today, I have not come to speak only of fear. I have come to speak of solutions. Step 1. Go to a doctor. Yes, do this first. Why? Because sometimes the body is giving us signals that there is a hidden medical issue. Thyroid, hormones, anemia, or something else. These things can only be revealed through medical tests. If everything comes out normal, then we move towards spiritual and mental solutions. I always say, God has also given us doctors and medicines in this world. Take their help first, for that too is His arrangement. And when all external remedies fail, then the inner cosmic support becomes our greatest ally. Step 2. Trust the universe after the doctor. Your real journey begins. Remember, the universe is always with you. But the problem is, you don't believe it. You keep thinking, what if all this is false? What if it doesn't work? But the laws of the divine are unbreakable. If you truly change your mind with faith, the body will be affected too. The universe always returns to you what you send out from within. Step 3. Affirmations every morning and every night. Repeat this resolve. Take a deep, slow breath and say, my body is healthy. My hair is becoming strong again. I am free from stress. I am peace. I am joy. At first, these words may feel false, but gradually they will sink into your subconscious, and that subconscious will command your body. Be healthy again. Step 4. Deep breathing. Practice the root of stress is your fast and unbalanced breath. When you are worried, the breath becomes short and shallow. When you are calm, it is deep and rhythmic. Every day, sit for at least 10 minutes. Close your eyes, breathe deeply through your nose, filling your stomach. Then slowly exhale. This practice will refresh every cell of your body, gradually carrying blood and energy even to the roots of your hair. Step 5. Improve blood circulation in the head hair roots becomes strong only when they receive enough blood and life force energy. So daily, spend some time in light exercise, yoga, or gentle scalp massage. This is not just a physical act. When you touch your head with love and massage it gently, you are sending a message. I love myself. I take care of my body. This self-respect breathes new life into your hair. Step 6. Stop stressing. From today you may say, Master, how can I stop stress? It comes on its own. Yes, it feels difficult, but slowly, even the impossible becomes possible. Stress never comes from outside. It always arises within. If someone comments about your hair, those are just words, but when you hold on to those words, repeat them in your heart again and again, that is when they turn into poison. So decide right now, I will not react to my thoughts. I will let them come and let them go. Step 7. Give patience and time. Remember, your hair did not weaken in one day. For many months, many years, you have been feeding worry and stress. Now to heal them, you must also give time. At least 6 months to 1 year. Yes, it is long, but it is the truth. Those who say, everything will be fixed in a month, are deceiving you. There are no shortcuts in this universe. Every seed takes time to become a tree. Every river takes time to reach the ocean, and every wound takes time to heal. Step 8. Do not desire quick results. When you become impatient, you block the flow of energy. It is like planting a seed and then digging the soil the very next day to check. Why hasn't the sprout come out yet? That kills the plant. You must have patience. You must wait. And when you wait with patience, the universe creates miracles for you. Step 9. Have 100% faith. If you don't believe in yourself, no one can help you. If you don't believe in the universe, no energy will come to you. From today, be completely free. Have faith in yourself. Have faith in the universe. Believe. Everything is possible. Step 10. The final secret practice: reducing stress. Don't force your thoughts away. Let them come. Let them go. Like clouds that appear and then drift away. Gradually, your mind will become calm. When the mind is calm, stress will lessen. When stress lessens, the body will balance itself. The roots of your hair will become strong again. And in the end, everything will be healed. My children, remember, this journey is difficult, but not impossible. The path you begin today will lead you to a place where not only your hair, but your entire life will be healthy and joyful. Have patience, have faith, and trust the universe. For the one who believes in himself and in God, nothing is impossible.